Hi ladies, welcome to events. So I get asked a lot on how I set up my vendor events. What's the right way, what's the wrong way, and there is literally no wrong or right way to do it. It's just on how you feel comfortable about doing things. I've been doing events for about 7 years now, and prior to that I did events for other things, crafts and things like that. So I've kind of tried to perfect what's easy and best for me. So I wanted to share that with you. Again, there's no right or wrong way to do this, but I wanted to show you how you can do this just with the enrollment kit. Now, some of you may have gotten the deluxe kit. Some of you may just have your $99 kit. Some of you may not have any kit, but you just have a bunch of 31 products, and that's because you're a seasoned consultant. That's okay. So I have two apple crates that I picked up from Michael's. I spray painted them hot pink. And then the board, which is across the top right here, I just picked up from Lowe's or Home Depot. I can't even remember which now. Again, about 10 bucks. So all in all, I have about $30 in all of this plus the can of spray paint. And yep, I spray painted. I do not paint. It's too messy. Spray painting is much easier for me. Now, normally you'll have a 6-foot table, but for visual, I'm using a 4-foot. So this is a little bit spread out a little bit more, so you have a little bit more room. I do have a 31 tablecloth on my table. You can see right here. This is the new one, so it's a little bit easier. Doesn't really have a lot of wrinkles. You can wash it and dry it. Easy, easy, easy. Another thing too is you want to make sure that you're representing what you do. So you want to wear something comfortable, maybe a 31 t-shirt. Again, you can get these in the business supplies and things like that. That way people kind of know who you are representing. You're representing your business, 31. All right, so you've got your kit. Now I've kind of unpacked a couple of little things, but I want to show you how I set it up. And I'm going to pull these items out. So I have a stand tall insert inside my large utility tote. I love these. I definitely recommend you getting these large inserts for your large utility totes because they are awesome. And they're going to help you keep your tote organized and stable. So when you are doing your vendor events, this is going to give that tote some stability so it's not slouching and stuff like that. Now, if you don't have a stand tall insert, locker racks work just as good. Or I know a lot of people have purchased, they've got like a cardboard box that your kit came in or an order. You can cut that down to size and just duct tape it together to kind of give it some sides and all that kind of stuff. All right, so I always like to stick my large utility tote in the middle. Now, if I'm doing an event like next month, we have an incredible, awesome special. It's the Around Town tote, the Color Block tote, as well as the All About the Benjamins, which is one of our top 10 sellers, the All About the Benjamins. I'm going to showcase those across the top of this board. And the reason why is because I want them to be drawn to those 3 items. So I have 2 of each style and then the All About the Benjamins. So I would probably do 2 of the Around Town totes and 2 of the Color Block totes in the middle with the All About the Benjamins. And I'm going to take the flyer or create a little graphic and print it out and put with these things so they know when they walk up to that Color Block tote and the olive that for when they spend $35, when they buy the wallet, they can get the tote for a discount, okay? So that's another way you can do this, but if you don't have those items, that's okay too. You can still keep going and showcase the large utility tote, which is our #1 selling style in the catalog. It has been since its debut, so you want to keep that out and where everybody can see it. The next thing that you're going to do is this is the fold and file, so I'm going to stick this little guy right here, all right? And you know what you can do if you've got catalogs? You can put catalogs in here, marketing material, so it's easy, accessible while you're doing your event. Then you have your ZOUT, your zip top organizing utility tote, and you want to puff this one out a little bit so that people can see the pockets. Now I'm going to put this one right here. So I've got 3 main pieces of our consultant business kit right across the top. Now, again, this is just how I am doing this kit. All right, so then, and if you are a deluxe kit purchaser, you may have gotten the close to home tray. Now, this is on stop sale, ladies. So again, this isn't something that I would probably put out right now because they can't order it. Okay. But I still want to let people know that we have this. This is our number one SKU. So I mean, out of all the SKUs that we have in our catalog, this is the number one SKU. This has been ordered many times. All right, so I have this down. I stick this down here at the bottom. All right, so another item that comes with your kit is our Retro Metro bag. Now, I would probably stick some stuffing in this little guy right here. So, because if you prop it up, it's not going to stand. So, we're just going to... I don't have any hooks to hook it on. We're going to use a clip. Let's see if this works. Oh, me, I tell ya. All right, so I'm gonna take this off. No, it's not gonna work. Oh, there we go. All right, so I've got the Retro Metro bag here. So, and when I'm doing this for events, you guys, I am a little bit more organized. I would actually stuff this and just stick it on the table. Or you can lay it across the table and just kind of layer pieces in order to showcase your items. And of course, the next item that's in your kit is the crossbody thermal. So you want to open that and get that puffed out too. I would probably put that in the middle. Your large zipper pouch. Maybe right there. Probably turn that the other way. And then you've got some other items. You've got your All About the Benjamins, although this is the black Merlot comes with it. So maybe lay this right here so you've got the two together. And then I've got the Littles Carry-All Caddy. I'll move this out of the way. We're going to put this here because if you're doing a giveaway, this is a good place to have your people to put their names. And then you've got your cinch sack. Now what I would do, since this is animals with the little caddy, I would probably layer that piece right there. And then I would bring a pillow from home and I would stick this in here and probably stick that back in that corner of the box. So I'm just going to tuck this right in there for right now. Okay. Now, on business supplies, and I'm going to grab them real quick, guys. We've got these little door prize slips like this. Now, in the files on our team page, there's another one, another version. It's a little bit bigger. You have to print that off yourself, but you can get these, I believe, still in business supplies. I leave these right here on top of that little wood block with a couple of pens. So if I'm giving something away, and it could be $10 off your purchase for $35, or maybe you've grabbed a couple of zipper pouches. This is always a great thing to have on hand. You can have them fill this out. This is giving them the opportunity to get their information. If they want to host a party, become a consultant, have a catalog party. If they just want to get on your mailing list, this is also where you would get that information. I actually have a little notebook that I write people's names down and their emails. They can give me their complete information if they want to. And when they're done, they just take that off, put it in the little carry-out caddy, and then they're good to go. So this is the setup. This is it. This is all you need. Now, I actually have a couple of other pieces that are new, so I may put those out. So like I have the new Lunch Buddy. So I may actually put these two side by side. I also have the double zip crossbody, so I may hang this with the zip top because that's a good statement piece as far as going out for the work. You know, you've got school book bag and a little crossbody. So I may hang these two together on my display. And then we've got the Call Me crossbody. So I may add that somewhere else on my table, maybe down here with the wallets as well. So there is no right or wrong way for you to do a vendor event. Now I'm going to give you a couple of tips after you get your display set up. Here's a couple of things that I always tell girls that when they're doing their vendor events. First of all, you don't want to stand behind your table. People want to see your face. People want to know who you are. If you're going to invite them in to come and see your stuff, your products, you want to be able to talk to them easily. You don't want to be standing behind and they only see eyeballs, okay? You want to be standing out front and inviting people to come in to your booth, okay? You want to try to talk to everybody and invite them to fill out your door price slip. Now, I like this because if say I'm talking to somebody and she's looking for an older product that we may not carry, I can make notes on the back, and then I can, when I put it in the little drawing box, then I know when I pull her later and I enter her information into the system, I can know that Sally was looking for an everything crossbody. Okay, that's a purse that we used to have a couple of years ago. The other thing too is, and this is just my preference, I try not to do vendor events that are over a certain amount because in all honesty, ladies, you're there to make money, but you're there to get orders and you're there to actually meet people and expand your circle of clients. All right, so I try to stay below that $50 mark if I can. If you do decide to do an event and it's $50 or $100 or $150, we do have a great way to get catalogs or minis from home office. It's a vendor form that you can find on TOT. You just print that out and email that into them, and they will actually send you packs of mini catalogs for your vendor events or catalogs. You get to choose which one you want, okay? Now, if you do minis and say your vendor event is over a certain amount, you'll get more than one pack. If you only are doing catalogs, you'll only get one. But it's still an awesome way to help out with that cost, okay? Because you want to be able to hand out these minis. And I have the Creative Caddy, or the Close to Home Caddy, and I'll stick these in here with some pens on top of the Close to Home tray, or you could just leave them out just like that. That way people are coming by, they've got your information, a great way to showcase your business and get your name out there too, because they are going to have that information on here. And I know the back doesn't have much, but that's okay. Cover it. It's all right. When they go to your website, it doesn't really, you know, like I would probably put it across maybe up here in this box right here where all the pictures are, not covering the kits. All right, so again, no right or wrong way to do your vendor event. You want to keep it simple. You don't want it to be too cluttered, too junky. You want people to be welcomed in. I've seen a lot of booths. I've done grid walls that are metal racks that you can hang things for. I used to do that and I loved that, but as I've gotten older, that's a lot of work because you have to take it down, take it apart, put it back up, and it's just more work. I like the table situation. It's easy. Now, another thing that I like to do is also I have two small garment racks that are easy to take apart. I bring those and I hang cash and carry. I'll have one on each side. One's cash and carry with some tubs down below. The other one will have product I like and that I carry all the time, but it's not for sale. It's just for display. So instead of having everything on the table, oops, there goes one item, they can still thumb through those and go, hey, how do I get this and how do I get that? All right, so I hope this helps you visualize your vendor setups this fall season. Definitely get out there, start looking for them. There's tons out there. Also, rule of thumb, one consultant per vendor, ladies, okay? You don't want to walk into a vendor event and have 31 consultants. So if there's already a 31 consultant signed up, let them know you'll be more than welcome to be their backup if that person backs out. Excuse me. Let's pick this up. Another thing too is I have done vendor events where I've gotten there and I was the first one that signed up, and the coordinator and had a couple of helpers, and they too took 31 consultants. I signed up for a vendor event last fall, and I got there on time and there were already 4 other 31 consultants. Ladies, that's not good. That's not going to work. In all honesty, those ladies should have been asked to leave and given their money back, and I should have been given the opportunity to stay. But instead, I went in and I said, you know what? I can't stay. They're already set up. They're already here. I want my money back. Don't be afraid to speak up for yourself if that happens. If you get there and you are setting up and another consultant shows up, do not be afraid to walk up to the head coordinator and ask them to ask that consultant to leave, as long as they give them their money back. There is a right way and a wrong way to do vendor events, and that is, honestly, it's totally frowned upon. So I just want to let you know that. I've ran into that situation a couple of times, and unfortunately, it is what it is, and you just kind of have to roll with it sometimes. All right, so I hope this helps you. I'm going over my time, and I don't want to do that. So keep in mind all that stuff, and if you have any questions, again, don't be afraid to reach out. I hope you'll have a great day, and we'll see you soon.